This team is called something.
Okay, hello Joe, we're here live at Resolution 2018.
Hello Louis.
We are spectating a Frisbee game between the wonderful Heaton Mess team from Heaton and some other people in Lederhosen.
It's a real commitment, Louis, that they've gone for wearing the Lederhosen today. I just believe it won't be so easy to play in such garb.
I just think that this is the right time and place to bring forward the issues of Bavarian nationalism.
Well, I mean, I feel like they've probably just done it for a joke. I don't know if there's any political motivation behind the kit, but if there is, then fair play to them.
Oh, I'm going to have to cut you off there, Joe. Someone just dropped the Frisbee.
Oh, that's a big drop.
There's a man.
A slight movement of the floor. I can't remember his name.
He's on our team.
It's Fern's boyfriend. That's all.
Fern's boyfriend has dropped the. Well, it was a challenge.
Oh, that's massive from him.
That guy has his cap on backwards.
He must be cool.
He means business.
He's all about the business.
So, can you identify who we've got on the pitch here today?
So we've got Wolfenden on the disc at the moment.
Okay.
Sort of
This man on the left, number 9.
Fern looks as though she's playing the other deep role.
The one with the blue shorts.
Yeah, Fern in the blue shorts there, making the charge to the end zone. Here's Alistair on the disc. Fern's boyfriend, whose name I don't know. And then we have Sam, a friend of Fern's.
Okay. That was a point. I think we just scored a point there.
I think we did score a point.
I mean, they scored a point.
Yes, sorry, the team for which we have no affiliation have scored a point.
I think they're bringing on the big guns now. I think Team Captain Harding's coming on now.
Team Captain Harding. Will he be doing the pull? Possibly not. I'd say Wolfenden possibly the stronger puller.
He's got a good pulling in, that boy.
Robson also enters the fold. It'll be interesting to see what we've got from him today.
Interesting is the polite way of putting it there, Joe. All right.
A little bit of team tactics pre-pull. Then the standard arm raise to let the other team know they're ready will be coming shortly. There it is from Wolfenden. A nice one from the Lederhosen clad member there.
So they've come off to a good start, but they can't, get too big for their boots in this situation.
Well, I mean, especially with a 1-point cushion, you can never be getting too far ahead of yourself in this game. I mean, no. It's such a high-paced thing. Bread and jam pour on the mark. I mean, and that's a point
that's straight out. We predicted that.
Straight all 1-all. It's hard to bear. These things happen on the pitch. It's a game of two halves. It's actually not a game of two halves. There's no half-time period.
I think Harding's going to be kicking himself over that one.
I think maybe. Yes, I agree with that. That's
all right. We got some team talk down here at the bottom in front of us.
Crew enters the pitch for the first time in this game. It'll be interesting to see. He's got a good jump on him.
Number 15 there, you can see on your screens in the middle of Heaton Mess team.
Hands on hips, looking confident.
Levi Krum.
He knows what he's about.
Okay, here we go. Here's the pull.
Up it goes.
Sails in nicely.
Fern on the catch.
Fern's
That's a nice one. Oh, she's done a lovely little dummy for Levi.
I think that was a forehand throw I just saw.
It was indeed. Oh, and up it goes. And
it's hit the wall. That's a wall.
That's a wall. That's number one.
And now, Team Lederhosen now.
Oh, there's a man making the run.
Oh, it's a big run into the end zone, but
Bredenkamp does enough, much as she always will.
Got in the way. One thing I've always said about her is that she just does enough.
She's very much a bare minimum girl.
Just does what is required and nothing else.
Cream on the disc here. Finds Fern.
It's a short throw.
Nice little feint from Fern.
Oh, that was a beautiful curl there. Oh, it's through.
Oh, it's not a bloody point, is it? It might well be.
Who is it?
Fern's boyfriend.
Fern's boyfriend.
We'll find out his name for the next game.
Has caught the bee. No. Yeah, the bee.
The bee.
The Frisbee.
Oh, the bee. Sorry, I've been a while out of the Frisbee circle. I forget the technical terms.
Yeah, well, we had to bring you out of retirement for this game.
Many people have asked me this weekend why I'm not playing in this tournament, and there is only one answer in that: I'm lazy, and I just don't want to.
I just couldn't care less.
I had a feeling that might be your stance.
They've decided to play some loud music now.
Quick tactics talk, and the pull is ready for point number 4 of this game.
So, what do you think of the enemy team so far? I only say the enemy team. What do you think of the Lederhosen team so far?
I mean, they've got a certain something about them. They don't look weak at all, but I'd say we're possibly of a similar level as they score a delightful point just now.
Was that a point?
Yes, very nice arced throw, straight into the end zone. Route 1, Frisbee. I was going to say football then, but we're not playing football.
No.
Route 1, Frisbee, we're 2-all. The teams are looking fairly
It's even. It is even.
Yeah.
I know that Wolfenden, who you can see now second from your right on your screens, has sustained injuries recently to his legs, to his knees.
Mangy knees on Wolfenden, but he plays on through the pain nonetheless.
He's got mangy knees.
Why are they so mangy? Why is he coming out with mangy knees like that?
He really should have. He shouldn't have come.
He shouldn't have come. But he is possibly the best player on the team.
Still. Okay, that's a little through. He's running through for the option. Oh, he's caught it. He's landed deftly.
Heads up straight away. Robson on the drop.
Robson, he looks for options. Robson. He looks for options. Wolfenden's running forward. He's giving it to Wolfenden. He turns. He's looking for the end zone. Oh, intercepted.
Big defence from backwards cap.
Cool boy. I have to say, he's been the best of the Lederhosen team so far.
He has. I do like. He played in the show game yesterday. He was excellent. I love the man.
Oh, that was almost a point.
Just out of the end zone. Get to play on there.
He's looking for options. Guys, we've got someone running forward. Is that man with one glove on?
One. Oh, that's possible foul call there.
Was that a foul?
I think that's been given as a foul. Yeah, we'll be pulling that back to where the disc was.
Personally, I don't think that was a foul, Joe.
Just a slight. The thing is, some refs wouldn't give it. Given as there's no referee, though, it's been given.
I do respect the fair play. Oh,
that's a big drop.
I'm not sure about that move. I'm pretty sure that was sailing through for a point for backwards Catman.
If he'd let that go, backwards Catman was through. But nonetheless, we're back on the disc. Back on the disc.
Wolfenden's looking for a long throw. He's giving it up the line. Fern's throwed it round.
That's lovely.
Oh, she's so good at the curve.
She's good at the curve. That's one thing I've always said about Fern Harvey. Good at the curve.
And her boyfriend's good too.
Yes. He's good.
Right, we're coming in for a throw-in now.
One glove man. Down the line. It's a nice catch. They've got to be quick on the defence here.
Normal man. Gives it a backwards cap.
Backwards cap.
Oh,
through. That's a delightful feint.
Normal through a green. Oh.
That was some nice play. Very fast with the interchanges. Everyone moving all the time. Everyone aware of where the play is headed. Apart from Heaton Mess.
Who are, as usual, a total mess. Oh, that was good though from Wolfenden. Oh, look at the overhand shot. Oh,
that's a big
Kroom has dropped it. What is his mum gonna say to that?
Normally, I'd say most mums would say unlucky, but his mum probably will be quite disappointed. That's a big grab, but I'd say the outfoot landed first. That's a turnover. Unfortunate for backwards Catman. It was a nice catch. Sam making a deep charge into the end zone.
Oh.
Come back to Wolfenden on the recycle. What's he got? That's nice. Sam catches. Fern pulling off, but she won't find her this time.
Oh,
she's found her.
Oh, she did it anyway. Against all the odds. That's
Was there even a gap there to be thrown through? I don't know, but Sam found it.
The gap was created.
They are the gap creators.
They are great at really widening.
They founded an apparel store called Gap. They sell clothes. Nice ones sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, Fern's boyfriend sending Matthew Harding out to the right-hand side.
Get out there, Harding, he says.
Says you're good on the wing.
Sparagano touching the knees there. We know he means business now. Knees, then hips. Oh, the other team should be scared.
How much of Sparagano have we seen today?
Not a great deal. I mean, he's been on the pitch, but he plays often a role more in defensive play, which I don't know. I've just not seen him.
Well, I'm going to concentrate on number 42 for this particular ground.
That's a very intense stare.
I saw him really aggressively
staring, that's a
while
point.
He was staring, the other team have scored a point. Maybe his stare just wasn't intense enough.
Perhaps. I mean, I think a brave man would call that stare not intense enough, but, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm up here and not down there is all I'll be saying. We've had someone run onto the pitch. We've had a streaker appear onto the pitch.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking care of that problem.
Bang. Here comes the pull.
Oh, it's a nice arced one.
High and arched. Inwards, who's going to catch that one?
The thing is, with a pull, you're looking for maximum airtime, so that was actually a very nice one. Didn't gain a great deal of ground, though, just over the halfway point of the pitch. So,
and just for the viewers at home, and not for my benefit at all, why do you want maximum airtime on a pull?
So, on a pull...
I'm going to have to stop you there, Joe.
A point again.
Fern's
Delightful hammer from Fern into the end zone, or was it Sam, perhaps? And Fern's boyfriend has plucked it out of the air delightfully.
Bunk. Like a turkey.
Like a turkey.
So as you were saying.
So maximum airtime on a pull. So yeah, You want to, on a pull, you want to get as far to the opponent's end zone as you want and maximum airtime so you can make up as much ground before they manage to push out to you.
Okay, I see. That makes sense.
You just want to start as far back in the pitch as possible, and the longer it's in the air, the longer you have to get in position, ready to defend.
So I don't know if Heaton Mess have been really doing those pulls recently. I mean, that's a bit of a float.
It's a floater. A floater from Fern's boyfriend. He's famous for those. He's big on the defence.
That was
though.
a big slap down just there. Aggression.
Full-time aggressive. Oh, he's just having a little charge to the end zone now, Fern's boyfriend. In the purple shirt.
That's through. That was a good little... Going on the run. Going on the run into the end zone. Can he get through to her? Oh, he almost went for it there.
Oh, that's delightful play.
Oh, that was lovely. Cross pitch.
Well, I feel like that might be the old relationship chemistry going in there. They know what each other are about.
They are very intimate with one another.
They got intimate on the pitch there, and it was beautiful.
Have we got any idea what the current score is?
We do. It's 5-3 to the Heaton Mess.
Okay, thank you for that.
Scoreboard just there.
That'll be the scoreboard is dictating that it's 5-3. Still a close game. Anything could happen. As long as it is within the bounds of the rules of the game.
Well, I mean, even then, you could be calling it as a foul, but it could still happen. Harvey on the pull here. That's nice from Fern.
Team moves up. Kroom hanging back for this one by the looks of it.
He'll be playing deep on this point, I'd imagine. The last line of defence, trying to pluck them out as they try to make that end zone play.
It's a shirt girl now has it on. Back to Green.
Here's Green
looking for options, looking for long options. By the looks of it, pulls it round. Oh, but look at
backwards cap.
Backwards cap was there. He saw what might happen, and he made a contingency plan.
Much as he always is, backwards cap sees the things that no one else will.
Paul gives it a normal through to backwards cap, and that's another point.
That's a point.
Bringing it to 5-4.
1 point in it at the moment. It's a close one. Two very evenly matched teams. Probably a good job we didn't film yesterday. But yeah, good game so far. I'm very much enjoying this material.
Well, what can you give us a rundown of what happened yesterday?
So they played 4 games, the Heaton Mess. Valiantly played and all, but one close, I think, with a scoreline of 7-5 perhaps. But all the other ones, a rather healthy margin of victory for the other side.
So we're doing good propaganda for the Heaton Mess team by only filming their victories.
And then highlighting that we sort of ruined that propaganda.
Oh, yes.
But here's Wolfenden on the disc anyway.
Yeah, back to Wolfenden. Back to the game.
Marshall.
Oh, trying to get it through.
From Regular man.
Fast and loose, but Regular was there.
He'll have the disc on left side court.
Almost hit him right in his noggin, but he just got a finger to it. That was a little short pass to backwards cap.
About Regular man. He's always going for the noggin and
then
just gets the finger down at the last
One glove looking for end zone options by the looks of it. He sees Regular man.
Oh,
he might have missed an option there.
Delightfully there. Very nice movement from backwards cap. He's
Green through to backwards. Backwards has caught it.
Clearly the key player.
Oh, he's looking maybe on the far side. There could be an option with shirt. One glove
offers the reset, but backwards cap has found it. Oh,
back to the wall. Back against the wall.
Just a touch too much on that throw there. Bit too much lift. Always going to be a difficult one to claim from the air. Wolfenden looks up. What's he got? A lovely spin, but
it wasn't aimed well, that one. Actually, he didn't throw it very well.
Ultimately, all flair and no end product.
They've come back from that straight away with a vigorous rebound to equalise the scores.
Yeah, to bring the scores level there. So perhaps Wolfenden, for all his flair there, it was perhaps the wrong decision with that throw. Maybe a simple reset would have been nicer, but to be fair to Team Lederhosen, their pressure was intense. There was no break in that.
Time now is about 27 minutes past 10. We've got about 7 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock for this game. Let's see what Heaton Mess can pull out of the bag.
Wolfenden goes off for this point. He will be disappointed.
It just seems to me they're getting a little tired here, Joe.
Well, this is the thing with Frisbee, isn't it? It's a lot of intense sprinting through the game. It's a very tiring sport. Yes, they might be getting tired. That's all I've got to say.
You've got to have stamina, otherwise, Lederhosen are going to really just start dominating this game.
There's Fern on the disc anyway.
Fern gives it through to Kroom. That's a beautiful leap into the air. Back through to Fern, that's good.
Oh, that's nice. What's Fern got?
Fern's back to Kroom.
Resets to Kroom.
Oh, forwards.
Again,
it was a bit of. There wasn't enough energy on it, or Sam could have come towards it, but
it was almost as if there was a confusion from Kroom whether he wanted to throw it to Sam or to Fern, and it ended up with a sort of half-hearted effort in between the two.
And that doesn't actually work.
It doesn't.
You cannot throw it to both.
Almost a lovely catch there, but it wasn't. So it'll be Fern's boyfriend to restart the game here.
Very stylish hair.
I mean, I do like it. You know, I was unsure on first appearances, but he's rocking it.
It's a lot of,
that's big from Kroom.
That could have otherwise been, that could have really been a disaster. Still got to get himself out of the situation. He's not quite managed it. It's through. Backwards Cap's looking for options now in the end zone. It's dangerous.
Backwards Cap.
So it's tall.
Good marking from Kroom.
Yeah.
Really cutting off those options.
He made up for his mistake there, I think.
Certainly.
Shirt through a tall.
What's Tall got here? Oh, that's lovely.
And one glove just snips the point.
Perhaps a dive from Fern there could have prevented that, but who's really committing to a dive?
And Lederhosen have entered the lead.
They have. Again, I feel like you're right with it's down to that sort of that tiredness that kicks in as the game wears on.
And at this point, perhaps morale.
I feel like Robson is the man to come onto the pitch here, though, because he's got an unfalterable morale. That boy will be out to win points.
He just only has about one emotion.
And it's... Whoa.
Look at him, determined now, running forwards. I would have expected him to be playing deep in this particular game, but he's come forward.
Well, he's got a good catch on him. And look at that devotion getting back on the defensive. Real sprint there from Robson.
That's a lot of effort. Oh, but Tall used his skills there.
His skills of height.
He is tall.
It's very good of him to bring his height with him to this competition.
That will be an advantage in the games ahead.
It will. One glove coming off there. Backwards hat coming on along with Green. Gale has also left the fold.
About 4.5 minutes left on the clock for this game. Heaton Mess
ahead for the Lederhosens.
They might be having memories of yesterday.
Well, that was it. It was the final game yesterday, which was a close run one. They led the game for much of the encounter, much as today, but they just couldn't seem to sustain that work rate, that level of performance.
Do you predict that Heaton Mess will come back from this in this game, or do you think this is them done?
I feel like this is the telling point. If they can pick this point up, then perhaps there's hope in it yet for them.
This is really a decisive point.
But I feel if you're falling 3 points behind with sub 4 minutes to go, you're asking for trouble.
That's what I always said.
Well, it's a touch cliched, I know, but 3 points behind with sub 4 minutes.
Oh, that's a fumble from Bread and Jam.
Big drop from Bread and Jam. She quickly picks up the mark, though. Headband is not getting any space today. Bread and Jam living rent-free in her head. Massive from Fern. I love that.
Absolutely massive. That could have been the clincher for Lederhosen.
Oh, and she's just gone for it.
The end zone. Oh, very almost. The intimate relationship paid off once again. But
well, perhaps if Fern's boyfriend was not being marked by Tall, it would have been a different story. But
yeah,
Tall is just so tall.
He's really got the height on him. Short there from backwards cap to normal back to backwards cap, but he stepped out.
Well, he made sure to keep that foot in when he first caught, and then the second foot doesn't matter. As long as that first foot on the floor is in play.
He's looking for options.
Oh, that's a delightful
end
throw.
zone. Oh.
Just a touch too much on that. I could have caught that, though. I was very tempted.
Back against the wall right in front of us here. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left for Heaton Mess to try something now.
Here's Fern. What's she got? Kroom makes some space nicely.
He got a lot of height, and Wolverton almost got it on the floor.
Oh, gosh.
There was just a little too much height for Kroom there.
He just slightly misjudged that.
If maybe he was tall.
If maybe he was the Lederhosen player tall, yes, perhaps maybe that would have been caught.
That would have been a different story. Totally different story.
Tall there. Very nice movement from him. He's not just a tall face.
Oh, but Fern's boyfriend has got it. And but absolutely smacked down by Tall.
That's a foul call from Tall. Tall not happy about it, but willing to accept that it was probably a foul.
What did we just see there, Joe?
So the problem there, Fern's boyfriend just going to release the disc for the quick counter-attack, get Kroom into the end zone, score that point. But Tall has just smacked the disc before it had a chance to leave his hand.
And then he's just thrown it into the ground in rage.
Yeah, that's a real waste from Fern's boyfriend. Big chance there.
Normal jumps, looks for the end zone option. Oh, but another one going low.
That's poor again.
There really is not a lot of time here. for Heaton Mess.
I'm starting to worry. Perhaps it's going to have to take a couple of very quick points. A point, a pull, a turnover, and a point. That's what I'm looking for. And that'll just get it level. Last possession perhaps will scrape it, but at this point, who knows?
What happens in a draw in this situation?
So, I'm not sure. There wasn't any at full time yesterday.
Okay.
We'll have to cross that bridge when and if we come to it.
I don't think we're going to come to it, Joe.
You don't think so? You don't think we've got 2 points in us in this remaining minute and 10 seconds?
I'm not sure. Wolfenden just there looked for an end zone pass, but Finn's boyfriend was running one way, and it just went into empty
that's
space.
A nice arc on that. What have they got here? That's a good throw.
Oh, it's coming in. Too much height. We got 50 seconds on the clock. I think Heaton Mess can only really look for a consolation point at this time.
What's Wolfenden got here? Nice that's big
tall.
defense from tall.
He's
not just tall, but he's got long arms.
He's tall and long.
Tall and long. That's a deadly combo in the game of Ultimate Frisbee.
30 seconds left now. Is there any extra time in a game of Ultimate Frisbee?
So when the clock hits 0, you just play the last possession. So whoever has the disc when the clock hits 0, you just play until they lose it.
So if Heaton Mess can score a point in these next 15 seconds, there'll be another point played, and they could equalise.
Potentially. Well, they'd have to get the disc back again before the clock hits 0.
But that could be a point. Oh, it's a consolation
point. 6 seconds to get the disc.
You better. They got to be speedy.
They're not going to do it. They've taken too long.
That is time here. There goes the klaxon at Sports Central here in the wonderful city of Newcastle upon Tyne.
Well, I mean, they've still got to play this ball. This is a formality at this point. They throw it to Lederhosen, and I feel like Lederhosen just concede possession and the game is over.
That's it.
That will be it, but it looks as though we will have to play on for a moment or two. I'm very much lost at this point.
So, how do you think the team are going to be thinking about their performance
I
after
feel
this
like
game?
It's the first game of the day. They've got 3 games to go. They've got to look at this and take the positives. You know, they've had an excellent performance. They've given a good showing. They've been unlucky. They've got to look to future games and think, how can we keep up this level of performance for the whole game? Because Lederhosen were definitely the weaker team at the start, but they're going to get another point here. What a catch that is! What a catch!
That is backwards cap. That is what he does.
Certainly the MVP in this game. As much as I'd like to give it to a Heaton Mess player, backwards cap is a terrific player of Frisbee.
I mean, the game is just carrying on.
He was out. Oh my gosh, this is...
Is that... Oh, okay. So
I thought they just played last possession. I don't know how they're still playing on here. Maybe the rules have changed since yesterday.
Something has happened here.
That's another turnover. Oh, I think when there's only 1 point between them, they have to play on. I don't know exactly. We'll ask someone who knows later.
Okay. Okay, so we've got Green here, looking for an end zone option. They're just trying to score an extra point here. They know they've got the advantage.
Marshall plucks that out of the air. Quick one to Fern. Into Fern's boyfriend. Marshall looking for it.
He's in a very central position. He's got lots of options.
Looking
it's through again to
Fern.
That was a beautiful run. Found some space excellently there. Harding
on the disc. What's he got in store?
He's got a little one off to Marshall. Marshall looking for an end zone. Oh,
that's a very nice point. The scores are level. The scores are level.
Does that mean this game's finished on a tie? Or does it carry on?
It looks like it might carry on. This truly is groundbreaking stuff. Never seen before in the Frisbee community.
Never seen before by us.
In the Frisbee community by us.
I just don't know if it's going to end.
I think perhaps it's been the classic case of the 1962 Cup final. This has to go on forever now.
Well, they brought out the team for this final point. Looks like it's we got Wolfenden, Bread Jam, Fern's boyfriend, and Levi Kroom.
Big pull from Fern's boyfriend we need. Oh, that's poor. He's not got the right bank on it. It's come off at the side. They're going to gain some ground early doors in this point.
One glove.
Bring it up to the brick marker.
He could throw it short there to Tall. But he's looking for a long throw. Just got a little touch on it there, I think, from Fern's boyfriend.
But Normal's managed
somehow. To get it still.
That's big plays from Normal. Unlucky for Wolfenden. He made a great effort on the defensive there.
Tall uses his height to get a big throw.
Oh,
just
that's
curved
a
it
lovely
around
throw.
the arm of Fern's boyfriend there. Normal through to Tall. Oh, he's jumped into the end zone. That's a point. I think
we're at the end.
Clapping, that is the end of the game. So, I mean, for a moment I thought that was a real emotional roller coaster there.
It was. It looked like we were back in it, and then just at the last, they returned once again.
Okay, that's all for this game here at Sports Central here at Northumbria University.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you in the next game.